Hey, hello everybody. Thought I would share a little bit today from my utmost for his highest. So I was getting caught up on a couple of days of reading in this, and as I was reading yesterday's devotional, one thing that Chambers was talking about here, he said the greatest crisis we ever face is the surrender of our will. The greatest crisis we ever face is the surrender of our will. And he goes on to say, yet God never forces a person's will into surrender, and he never begs. He patiently waits until that person willingly yields to him. It's a beautiful picture of God just standing there waiting on us to come to him. God just waiting on us to surrender our lives to him. And he goes over different things that we're surrendering for deliverance. He quotes Matthew 11:28, come to me and I'll give you rest. It's only after we've begun to experience that, to experience what salvation really means, that we surrender our will to Jesus for rest, surrender for devotion. The surrender here is of myself to Jesus with his rest at the heart of my being. He says, if you want to be my disciple, you must give up your right to yourself to me. Surrender for death. Have you learned what it means to be girded for death? Beware of some surrender that you make to God in an ecstatic moment in your life, because you are apt to take it back again. True surrender is a matter of being united together with Jesus in the likeness of his death until nothing ever appeals to you that did not appeal to him. What appeals to Jesus appeals to me, is what he's saying. That's what it needs to come down to. And then he says lastly, and after you surrender, then what? Your entire life should be characterized by an eagerness to maintain unbroken fellowship and oneness with God. How do you do with that? How do you do with maintaining unbroken fellowship and oneness with God? How do you do with consistency? No, I'm not saying that to beat you up. I'm just simply asking. I'm asking you to evaluate that in your life. How do you do with is your life, your entire life should be characterized by an eagerness to maintain unbroken fellowship and oneness with God. It's a great thing, because the reality is, as we focus on unity with Jesus, unity with God, he takes care of all the other things. All other things get taken care of. The problem is when we focus on doing this and doing that, but the reality, when we are unified with Jesus, unified with God, maintaining that fellowship, that oneness, it doesn't mean life's going to be easy, but it does mean I'm yoked with him to go through all matters. Just wanted to encourage you with those words today. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. We'll talk to you later.